Welcome to Stuck in Vermont, brought to you by 7 Days and sponsored by Hotel Vermont and New England Federal Credit Union. My name is Ava Solberger. We are here at the Berlin Mall in Berlin, and we are participating in Walk the Long Trail at Berlin Mall. In the last 4 months, almost 600 people have participated, logging almost 12,000 miles and raising more than $4,300 for the Green Mountain Club, the official stewards of the Long Trail. 16 walkers have completed the entire 272-mile journey that translates to about 544 laps in the mall's common area.
And it's a flat long trail. What a terrific thing, you know? Every lap counts.
It's a great idea to kind of share the long trail with the walking community that was already here.
And I've never been a mall walker, but this is great because it's inside, there's usually some great music playing, and you can either keep to yourself or be outgoing and talk with other people.
It's very simple exercise and walking. I think walking can solve all problems. Just walk it out, you know?
I am down to only 75 laps to go.
14 laps to go. So I'm getting there. That's why you see me today, trucking up and down here like a madman.
We're done.
You're finished it. So you have walked the long trail.
Up on the board.
Yep.
Not here, yes.
Here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hadn't really thought of myself as a mall walker before, but what's been really tremendous is there's an incredible community of people up here. So I've met all these people that I normally wouldn't get to meet and talk to.
We
Side
walk
by
side by
side.
side. When we're dressed like this, they call us the twins, and then they pick on us on our strides.
Yeah.
This was an event that we thought up that was both a way to support the Green Mountain Club's activities as steward for the Long Trail, and also a way for people to stay fit, maybe honor a New Year's resolution about exercising and doing it in a warm, safe place.
For a lot of people who are newer to hiking, winter is kind of a tough time to start.
I love the fact that it's indoors. A couple of years ago, I had a spill on some ice and I hurt my knee and shoulder, and so walking outside in the winter just doesn't appeal to me anymore.
One thing that we did after we got started was hire a greeter who's a member of the Green Mountain Club, and that's been a great boon to signing people up.
And one of the first things that I pointed out was that it's free of charge. I would go on to say that depending on how many people participated in this project, the owner of the mall would donate a certain amount of money for each lap that people walk back and forth to the Green Mountain Club to help maintain the shelters and the walking trails, the hiking trails.
So the Long Trail, it's a 273-mile trail that runs the length of the Green Mountains in Vermont from the Massachusetts border to the Quebec border. It is the oldest long-distance hiking trail in America. Our mission is to make the Vermont mountains play a larger part in the life of the people, and part of that is education. It's getting people to know what's out there, what's available to them.
Well, I'm a member of the Green Mountain Club, and I love the Long Trail, and I have hiked parts of it.
I'm a member of the club and I've gone on countless hikes with them, and I've enjoyed it tremendously.
They're encouraging people to get off their smartphones and get out in the wilderness.
I think with technology, it's just way too easy for us to kind of hibernate in our houses and not get out and do stuff.
Yeah, I also think it's very important for ecology to preserve the forests. Yeah.
We helped them select a lot of photos, and we created a display to show them what a shelter and a campsite on the trail might look like, so that they could start to understand what the Long Trail actually is and looks like.
They say 544 laps. You say, really?
Each time they come, they fill out a ticket and write the number of laps they've walked. Once a week, we tally that up, and when they've walked enough laps, we put a sticker up on the appropriate division banner to indicate they've completed that division. By having the 12 divisions, which is how the real trail is organized, it lets people accomplish this in bite-sized amounts as opposed to being overwhelmed by the notion of walking 272 miles. And so they're very excited each week when I come in to put up the new batch of stickers.
That's the incentive I need. There's an end date that's within sight, and I can do it.
It keeps us going.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting on our butts all day long.
You're surprised. There's some people here, 82, 83 years old, that are walking and they moving right along.
So I work full-time, and to come up here and walk is quiet time, it's me time.
I've seen a lot of people start out, they can barely do one lap, and now they're suddenly trucking through 3, 4, or 5 laps.
I kind of became a couch potato when I fell and hurt my shoulder, but I want to get back to where I used to walk a lot and hike a lot.
Just to see the people that came out and do this, some have had, back problems, strokes, you name it.
One guy who was one of the first to complete it walked himself out of pre-diabetes, and and he's still walking. I think he's doing it a second time.
Several people told me they're doing this after heart surgery, open heart surgery or bypass, and their doctors told them to walk regularly.
It's been incredibly healthy to walk almost 544 laps.
I have so much more energy. I've lost a lot of weight. No matter what, I'm up here through the blizzard. I think I've missed 2 or 3 days.
It makes me feel better. So I think exercise, especially as you're getting older, is extremely important.
We've heard so many heartwarming stories, people that have used this as a way to get back in shape, maybe recover from an injury. But the thing that maybe was the biggest surprise to me is how much this has meant to people as a social part of their day. A real walker community has emerged.
One of the social parts of this is we all encourage each other to keep going and keep walking.
You know, you get to know the people. There's a group that meets just about every day.
There's a lot of good things about coming to the mall. They've even got Wi-Fi here in the center.
Yeah, when you walk up and down here 544 times, you're going to really know what's coming and going in this place. I've succumbed to several sales in here.
This is part of a larger effort to transform the 65-acre site here into a mixed-use pedestrian-oriented town center. And so we're trying to demonstrate to people that there are a lot of things to do here other than just come and shop, that it's a place for people to exercise, to meet friends, to have fun, to do things.
I know malls across the country aren't doing that well, but the fact that we're in Vermont, where weather isn't great for several months of the year, I think our malls should be able to thrive.
We are going to make this an annual event. And this is the most important answer that people wanted. If you finish 7 divisions, you'll be able to pick up with Division 8 next year.
You know, after doing this and looking at all the maps, so I'd really like to walk the long trail. So that's my next goal, I think, as a long walk.
Now I'm much more ready to get out there and hit some trail when the weather is okay with that.
When cares pursue me, I'm never gloomy. I keep on singing a song. Though the clouds hang low, I laugh and woe and go rolling along. No need to hurry, no need to worry, that things are gonna go wrong. Like the birds that sing, I dream of spring as I'm rolling along.
So you can come to the Berlin Mall on April 22nd for a closing party and awards day, and we will get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon. Gotta keep walking. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and sign up for weekly email alerts. Okay, bye.
50 years, I mean, geez, I'm pro.
50 years you two have been together?
Yeah, 50 plus.
Well, see, the first, we knew each other 7 years before we married, but the first 2 years I didn't like him, so it took him a while to get me to like him, you know.
He had to work hard to
Yes,
get you
yeah,
to
yeah.
like
That's
it.
true.
Yeah, he did.
Persuasion, persistence. She's just a little farm girl that wanted him to teach.
When's your wedding anniversary?
And would you believe we went ziplining that day in Oregon?
You went ziplining?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would believe it of you two, actually.